Großartig, hier sind wir wieder. Also bis darauf, dass bei Steam meine Aufnahmetaste auf Screenshot gelegt ist, deswegen hier mal am Start immer unten ein Screenshot kommt, geht eigentlich alles. Hab's jetzt zwar abgestellt, aber offensichtlich scheint er das erst beim nächsten Start zu begreifen. Egal, weiter geht's.
The Sundown Path. Lovely place for a stroll. Before the calamity, that is. Couples used to walk the Sundown Path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. Floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about risking his hide for them. Well, the path ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Not so much for noise and tomfoolery.
Stress.
Sky bridges the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition. The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows. we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back.
So, kurzer Moment für Schnaufpause. Ich meine, hat schon jemand Mühe gegeben.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. It's wise to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity? So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
Zug schon mit Mühe für jeden Millimeter des Spiels gegeben.
Ain't always much to say.
Was new? Tja, na, gucken wir uns mal an.
That's Trapper's Shingle. Only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater. No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Most trappers couldn't get through without a few scrapes. A decent trapper wouldn't walk away empty-handed.
Naja. Macht mich nicht so an die Übung. Brauchst nicht nochmal machen.
To think a rickety place like the Shingle survived, and so little else did.
Das kann man ja auch später mal machen, wenn man Lust hat drauf.
The Hanging Gardens. Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing. The dead welcome him with open arms. The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? The Corps survived as well. Kid does what he has to do. And then, what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
Schön mystische Story.
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. For Zolf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Come on, give the little tyke a break.
Können mal gucken, ob es irgendein neues Getränk gibt.
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. Kid ain't finished here yet.
Ach, stimmt ja. Das meine ich, man wird geleitet in dem Spiel. Und auf eine Weise, es ist einfach im Flow, so schön.
The Corps, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
Gute Frage. Ich meine, gut, letztendlich bauen wir eh alles, deswegen ist es wahrscheinlich nicht so schlimm.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Interessant. Wirklich noch immer was zu entdecken, ja. Irgendwie mag ich das, wenn Dinge nicht gleich klar sind, aber auf eine Weise, wo man nie davor steht, hä, sondern interessant halt.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city. There's Pith Orchard, built in honor of the bull, and folks like Zulf who pray to him. No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. That Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off?
Naja, kann man ja nicht viel machen, ne?
Pith.
Klar, machen wir es alle stärken.
Kid decides to press his luck. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him. its trial, and he's richer for it. Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. His orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god. Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind. Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
So viel zu erzählen. Jetzt wollen wir ein neues Level haben, ne? Wahrscheinlich erstmal ein paar neue kaufen.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new. Stay absinthe is like drinking a cool breeze. Just don't go spitting needles everywhere. That's Cinder Brick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city. There's only one way to Cinder Brick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid. Kid's ready for the windbags this time. Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides.
A shotgun.
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent meal.
Also hier ist zwar Musket, aber verhält schon eine Shotgun.
The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days. cinder brick gave him enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though. So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort. Blasting everything in sight with that newfangled musket. Kid's stash of grenades is there for him if things get even worse. Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works. Kid ain't afraid of getting burned. They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds. other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. The windbags finally get the message. Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this. The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort. Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was a smoking pipe. Poor kid collapses after just one drag. The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history. Catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylania safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. What was I saying? Anyway. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, a kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
Also, das ist schon Müllgras gebaut.
Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. Past don't matter for nothing now.
Sollte man offensichtlich später mal machen.
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity. Zolf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
Nein, nein, nein.
Even since the Urus surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him. Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. Behold, the Pantheon. A Kobe.
Kann man sich so schwer machen, wie man möchte, quasi. Zum Beispiel mal abstellen, wenn man so eine Scheiße hat.
That's the Langston River. Used to cut all the way to the wild. Think it was bad then.
Hier würde ich mal kurz Stopp machen, bis zum nächsten Teil.